So my first tip, or the first thing that has to happen, is you have to get discovered. Your videos have to be discovered and people have to click on your videos. So there's a couple of ways to kind of help this process along, and the first thing is to focus on your thumbnails. Thumbnails are one of the first things that people are going to judge your videos from, and if they search in like the search bar on YouTube, people don't really look at the title, they look at the thumbnail. So it's really important to take time to make sure that your thumbnail is number one, eye-catching, so using very nice colors that complement each other, and colors that are eye-catching. For me, I really like to stick to like bright neon colors, but you guys can choose whatever works best for you. Some people that are really into like those hack videos or challenges like to use the colors red and yellow, because those are the colors that researchers have found to catch the eye the most. Just because if you think about it, those are the kind of colors that are in our everyday life, especially in America. So like stop signs or red lights kind of give us a sense of like urgency. And yellow is also like known as a sense of caution. So people kind of gravitate towards those colors. Also, another tip for thumbnails is to make them readable. So make the text nice and big. It might seem as you're editing your thumbnail that you're thinking, why does the text have to be so big? It's taking up the entire thumbnail. Well, that's kind of the point. You want people to kind of look at that thumbnail and know exactly what that video is about. So choose your words carefully. Don't have a lot of words on your thumbnail, and make sure that it stands out. So your text should be the thing that people see first in your thumbnail with. Another thing is to add borders around your thumbnails. Just make sure that it is all the right dimensions, or the border is going to be cut off anyway. The next thing is to post videos that people want to see. What I always do before I upload a video is kind of looking at it and be like, okay, I know I created this, but if I wasn't the person that created this, would I be interested in watching this? So that kind of helps you to filter your content and to make sure that you're uploading only good quality videos that people want to see. So it's kind of hard to judge. You want to do something that's viral. So for instance, at the time I'm filming this video, the hot knife or red hot knife videos are very popular. So that's a lot of people are searching for on YouTube. Now you can go ahead and do those videos, of course, as long as it matches your content, but you also have to be aware that you might receive people saying like, oh, you're just doing this for views or whatnot. So you kind of have to weigh the positives and negatives of posting a video. So you want it to be searchable, something that people are searching for, something that is trendy, in order for people to discover your videos and hopefully subscribe. Going off of a topic, you want your videos to be searchable, so things that people are searching for. So I know a lot of people will put bigger YouTubers in their title, and that's fine as long as it's related to that YouTuber and you're not just using their name for views. So the ethical, I guess, thing surrounding that technique is questionable, so you have to decide whether or not that's something that you would like to do. Another thing people do is clickbait, and honestly, that is the first thing that I look for when unsubscribing to a channel. So if people are constantly doing clickbait, I unsubscribe. That's just my personal opinion. I know it's a popular opinion too. People hate clickbait. Okay, the second step to moving on towards 100,000 subscribers is to get your viewers hooked. So they found your video, they clicked on your video, and now they're watching it. What are some things that gets them hooked and hopefully to subscribe? The first thing is having good video quality. You want to make sure you have good quality videos, not fuzzy, not all weird lighting, you can see everything clearly. Now a lot of people think that this means purchasing very expensive equipment, and that is one way to go about it if you have the money. However, the best way to increase your quality of your videos is to have a nice background. Mine's not the best, but it is decent. It's clean, it has some sort of color scheme in it, there's some lights up there. You guys can kind of decide for yourself what you want your background to be, but you don't want it to be too cluttered, too crazy, and kind of messy. Another thing that you can do is make sure to increase the quality of your lighting. It is so easy to do that. My biggest tip is if you have lighting fixtures in your room, change out the light bulbs from like the warm light bulbs that people normally buy to daylight light bulbs. They're not expensive at all. The cheapest place that I found them at is Walmart, and Walmart has their own brand. You can buy a couple of them for under $10, and it changes the entire quality of your video. So if you're filming on an iPhone or some other camera that isn't the best quality that you are looking for, just change your lighting, and trust me, you will see a drastic increase in your quality without spending too much money. The next thing you want to do is engage your audience. When your audience feels like they are part of your channel, they want to come back for more. They feel like they're important. So there's a couple of ways to do this. The first way that I see a lot of YouTubers doing is asking their viewers to comment or to engage in the video. So for instance, if you're filming a favorites video, you could ask, what is your favorite product of this month? Leave a comment down below. Then people are more engaged. They think that you're interacting with them, and in fact you are. A lot of times when I ask that, I actually go through the comments and kind of like actually look at what people are saying, because it helps me and it also helps my viewer to feel engaged with me on a personal level. Another thing to do is to remind your subscribers or your viewers to subscribe. Now, this is a little bit of a touchy subject. You don't want to be like in their face like subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. And I see a lot of YouTubers having like big buttons over here animated and stuff, and that's great because it does remind people to subscribe. But when it gets to the time when you're having that go on and on and on and on throughout your video, it is annoying. So you want to make sure to kind of mention it within the first minute of your video without being too nagging. So simply saying like, hey guys, if you like my content, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. The button is located here. You know, something like that. Very easy, doesn't take too much time, and people aren't like annoyed by it. Okay, the last and final tip that I have for you guys is to keep your subscribers subscribed. Now this kind of sounds like, okay, well once people are subscribed, are they really going to unsubscribe? It happens all the time, even to me. Now here are some tips to avoid people unsubscribing. The first thing you want to do is regularly post high quality videos. If you are posting regularly, people are in tune, they know that you're active, and they're going to remain active on your channel. If you're not posting for months and months on end, people are like, okay, well maybe they're not posting anymore. I'm going to unsubscribe to declutter my subscription boxes. On the other hand, you want to make sure you're not posting too much. So if you're posting multiple times a day and the quality just isn't there, people are going to be annoyed. Think about it on Instagram. If you have somebody that's posting constantly spam, you tend to unfollow them because it's annoying. It's the same thing on YouTube. Lastly, don't change your content drastically without knowing that you might see a drop in subscribers. So this is something that me personally, I do kind of struggle with. Part of me is really into tech, but part of me is also into beauty and lifestyle changes and healthy living and everything like that. So if I just changed my channel completely to that kind of stuff, I would suspect that I would have a large drop in subscribers, because most of my subscribers are here for my social media tips. Now, the same thing is for your channel. So if you are someone that's really into cooking and you post cooking videos all the time, you can't drastically change your content all the time without knowing that people are going to unsubscribe. People subscribe to you for a reason, and most of the time that's for the theme of your videos. What is the thing that you're an expert in? So for me, I'm considered an expert, even though I don't consider myself an expert, in kind of social media items and animation and graphics and editing. Now, don't change your content too much, or you will see a decrease in subscribers. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed my top tips for getting 100,000 subscribers. Let me know what your tips are down below, whether you're someone that has 0 subscribers or over 1 million subscribers. I would love to hear your kind of advice, and maybe that's something that I can incorporate into my own channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!